Ma Behen on Netflix is a delightfully entertaining film about what it means to be sexy in a culture and society where sexiness is seen as a very bad thing. What are the other women going to think of you? What are the society in general going to think of you? And to what lengths are you going to go? I absolutely endorse this wonderfully delightful film, directed by Suresh Triveni and the dialogues written by Pooja Tilani. The film's cast has Madhuri Dixit, who has once again come upon an absolutely brilliant script, which is just pitch perfect for her. It detracts nothing from her beauty, her finesse, her being able to act this role. Absolutely lovely execution. And we have Tripti Dimri back in what she does best, which is actually being able to act in a role. She is naturally an actress who can take on these roles and perform them. And then we have Dharna Durga, who has played her role to perfection too. The film is about three women and what it means to be a woman in current day India, in current day the world, in current day South Asia, in current day anywhere where, like I said, sexiness is suspect. Now, for those of us who have been accused of being sexy in the past, you will really relate to this film. One of the best things about this film is the mother and daughter dynamics. There are always problems, there are always conflicts in any relationship, and these particular ones come about from the personalities of these three particular women. They are brought up in a way that makes complete sense, and they are resolved in a way that absolutely makes complete sense to their personalities, to their character development, to their character arcs. It's really done so very well. Not for a single moment did I feel that something was implausible or it didn't make sense within the plot of the film, within the narrative of the film. The dynamics of Madhuri Dixit, who plays the mother, her dynamics with both of her daughters, played by Tripti and played by Dharna, are just pitch perfect. You can tell that this mother actually does have these two daughters who have such different personalities, and each of these three personalities forms a triumvirate which tells this story incredibly well. The way their characters are shown in the beginning and the way they're shown at the end made absolute sense to me. I was not bored for a single second with the way this story was told. When we're going forward, backward in time, etc., when we're in the present, everything just fits really well. One thing I do want to bring up and make note of is the wardrobe choices in this film. I thought they were beautifully done. Madhuri Dixit's character, who is wearing sleeveless blouses and saris, was absolutely fantastic. Her wardrobe choices in this film lent to her character. They weren't just there willy-nilly for her to look nice, they actually lended to her personality and the thematic material of this film and what it is trying to convey. Tripti's character's wardrobe choices were less on the glamorous side, but they made sense with her character absolutely too. And Dharna's character, which has its own wardrobe, made sense with her personality, and that's what we want from with wardrobe in film, that it should match the characters and the way they go throughout the film. When a character develops, whether a character goes towards A or a character goes towards B, oftentimes that can be reflected through their wardrobe, and the wardrobe choices here were, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely pitch perfect. The supporting cast, same thing, great acting, great storylines, great wardrobe choices. Everything is wonderful. There's one delightful supporting character whose name is Goldie, and when you see why her nickname is Goldie, it's a chuckle out loud moment. As you can tell, I really enjoyed this film on every single level. This is a film, on the one hand, about relationships between parents and children, and this is also a film, on the other hand, about society, what it expects of women and what it expects of how men should act when it sees women who do not fit the norm. In fact, one of the things a lot of these type of films tend to comment on, which is the subtext, is how different men react to women who society has decided are not good or are not behaving or are off the beaten path. And it's always interesting to see how those male characters are portrayed, how far they will go, how far they won't go. And when we see women coming into their own, when we see women dealing with the way they are defined within these patriarchal systems. This film has updated the commentary. The patriarchal commentary is through the usage of iPhones or social media, and that is a delight to watch also, actually. I think what I enjoyed about this film was how it brought the traditional values and updated it with modern technology, and how the two clash. Also very, very interestingly done, these two different ways of living, where women are supposed to be one thing, but social media has given them the ability, and it's given the men the ability too, actually, to express themselves in different ways. So that is also wonderfully portrayed within the film. The soundtrack in this film is absolutely wonderful. There is no unnecessary song and dance. There's one montage over a song, and all song montages, if used cleverly enough, are either forwarding the plot or forwarding character development. And in this case, the soundtrack does the same within this film. There's not a wasted moment of running time over here. The end scene itself, in which Madhuri is with Madhuri Dixit's character is wearing a most beautiful sari. In fact, it's probably my favorite out of her entire wardrobe in the film, which is itself gorgeous, and a sari blouse is used to absolute perfection in the film, but you have to watch it to find out how. But that last end shot and that last dialogue that we end on is just, it's worth watching the film for. Watching films about women empowerment, don't watch it. But this particular film, if you don't watch, will be a particular loss for you, because it is an extremely entertaining film. I'm Sonia Kamal, author of the novel Unmarriageable. Fun film to watch. Excellent acting, excellent dialogues, excellent setup, excellent plotting, excellent everything. Everyone has played their roles to perfection. This film is an absolute delight. And as for the marigolds and gende ka phool, go find out. And you'll also have the witches and the pichilperi and 50 back from Bulbul into another movie about witch and churels and Dians. Particular review, I wore my snake ring and my Garden of Eden ring too, because the two together reminds you of what? Dian, right? We're all Dians. We're all Dians when our behavior does not suit. Go watch the film. Bye.